SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to The Witness. So it's been indicated to me that it may be that the challenge that I did last episode may have been kind of like the finale of the game. Maybe. It's theoretically the hardest part of it. Also, I realized that, earlier I was on that bridge and I looked up and I was like, what well is this? Where am I? I was directly over the theater, apparently. Didn't realize that was a thing that could happen. Anyway, I don't know if this is if there's much in the way of challenges remaining, but I know there's at least one major puzzle that I still want to deal with. I just need to find my way back to all the puzzles I saw when I was on my way to the theater, and we'll go from there, okay? Well, this looks like a... No, I don't think this is anything. Never mind. Okay. Now, as I understand it... Ooh, hey. Well, I'll click that in just a second. But as I understand it, this right here is important. This may be like... apparently, this is the way to see the final credits of the game. So this may count as the final puzzle of the game. So it seems to me it might be in my best interest to figure out what I would have to do to solve it if I can find... I have to assume that this pattern is somewhere in the world. And you just have to find the pattern, and then... Well, it looks to me like you just have to do that, because that's 3 sides there, and then 2 sides there, and then straight across the top, right? So 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. I think. But I don't know where that is exactly. I've had a hint, so I have some ideas of where to look, but I don't know. In any case, let's push this button.
I thought my voyage had come to its end, at the last limit of my power. That the path before me was closed, the provisions exhausted, and the time come to take shelter in silent obscurity. But
This sounds like a quote from a novel or something.
Thy will knows no end in me.
Oh.
And when words die out on the tongue, new melodies break forth from the heart. And
It's a
where
religious
old
text.
tracks are lost,
Probably.
new country is revealed with its wonders.
Wait. That's the end? Those ones, they normally at least give credit for whoever it was that originally said the thing. Not this time, huh? Okay, we'll have it your way. Alright, I don't know where this door leads. I'm guessing it just leads back to the surface somewhere. But it is a puzzle I haven't done. So, let's... Oh, there's 4 different start points. How unfortunate. Alright. My suspicion is going to be that I have to start with this one. That may not make any sense, but let's give it a shot anyway. 2, 2, 2. And then we just kind of do like that. 2, 2, 2, 2. Really? What did I do wrong? Oh, there's a 2 here. I did this. Okay. So, 1. Oh. Well, now I'm not sure how to do that. Ah, you have to start down here, don't you? You have to start down here. Okay. Okay. So 1, 1, and then 2, 2, 2. And straight through there. And do a loop around there. And do a thing past that. And then 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey! Alright. Not nearly as hard as it looked like it was going to be. Oh, it's that door! It's that door! I never figured out how to open that door. I guess that makes sense. There was no way to open that door. Ha ha ha. Okay, cool. Great. So, what else is there for me to poke at? Aside from the end puzzle of the game, of course. Well, this is definitely an environmental puzzle, but how do I get that? That cluster of leaves there has to have a way to... Hang on. Because this is the angle you need for this line here, basically. But how do I get there to be... How do I get this to be finished out? There's a symbol sort of like the other half of that circle on the front of the movie theater down there, but I don't think that's going to help in this case, is it? Let's see, is there anything else I need to see in here? Does not really look like it. Okay, well, let's go back down to the movie theater, and this is not the right way, is it? Nope, this is not the right way. All right, back in. Down this way. No. Yes. Yes, this is the way. Okay. Let's go back to the theater and see if I can figure out how to manipulate that half circle on the door frame. It occurs to me, I wonder if... Oh. Okay, well that doesn't solve the... It doesn't solve what... Hang on. Is the idea with this one that there's some part of one of the movies that would allow me to make a line here? I bet it is. There's got to be one where there's like a partial sphere right here. That's got to be it, doesn't it? But I can't stand here and watch all the movies again, particularly given that at least two of them, I will get my video taken down if I include the footage. So, no. But I suspect... I have a suspicion. Okay, give me just a second. I have to do some running back and forth. Okay, so that's the front. It's aligned against the screen at the back. It's the same deal. There's got to be... I would say it would be the most recent one I watched, the hour-long one, except that... the color wouldn't match up. And the time when when the moon is full, you know, before the solar eclipse that takes place over the course of that hour that you're watching that video, the moon would be over here. So it's got to be a different one than that. The actual eclipse itself sort of shows up here, but that doesn't seem likely to... Like I say, the colors don't line up. It would be black with a white outline, and this is orange with a yellow outline. That it wouldn't let me manipulate that. So it's got to be a chunk of one of the other videos, which means I'm not at liberty to find it right now. Okay, well, that's too bad, but at least I think I know what's going on there. Incidentally, I recognize that I could theoretically just stand here and check through them until I find the correct spot, but the thing is that I actually have a somewhat limited time frame today, so I can't just sort of stand here and do that, most unfortunately. Do I have any other business over here in the Light Temple? I don't think I do. I don't know why I came down here. I already got that, right? Yeah, absolutely, I already got that. Okay. All right, well, let's get back to the surface then. Okay. So, what now? Obviously, there's still the sound files and there's still the obelisks, but I think the most important thing right now is finding that final puzzle. Now, as I said, someone did give me a little bit of a hint. When I say the final puzzle, I mean the triangle puzzle that showed up on the pedestal that was locked up as though it were a video file. Ah, yeah, look at that. The underground sound files. Definitely the yellow flowers. So wait a second. Why are there... These two are right next to each other, and the same goes for these two over here. Did Did I just miss something obvious? Because those are, like, directly adjacent. Now, there might be a change in elevation, admittedly. But, maybe I should just poke around real quick. Poke around real quick, see if I can find that. Maybe perhaps I shall. Give me a second. Okay, so one of them was there. I believe this counts as underground, or does this not? Well, I've only found 2 in the... No, that's not true, is it? Maybe that one doesn't count as underground, and the ones that do are over this way? In any event, this one certainly should count as being underground. Can hardly be more underground than this, so is there another one in this general vicinity? Seems like maybe there should be. That's the unfortunate thing about the lake map, is that it doesn't really account for elevation. It's a top-down map. Closest you get is that it's yellow if it's underground. Which doesn't give me a great deal to work with, honestly. I suppose it wouldn't be so simple as just placing it in the vicinity of the other one, right? It's got to be a change in elevation, which means what? What does that mean? If it's along the passageway that runs toward the light temple, but it's not in the direct passageway. Oh, hey, there's one right there. How did I miss that? Didn't I come through here specifically looking for something like that? I swear I did. How do I get out there? Oh, I don't get out there. I just poke it from over here, don't I? Yeah.
I cannot understand why we idle discussing religion. If we are honest, and scientists have to be, we must admit that religion is a jumble of false assertions with no basis in reality. The very idea of God is a product of the human imagination. It is quite understandable why primitive people, who were so much more exposed to the overpowering forces of nature than we are today, should have personified these forces in fear and trembling. But nowadays, when we understand so many natural processes, we have no need for such solutions. I can't for the life of me see how the postulate of an almighty God helps us in any way. What I do see is that this assumption leads to such unproductive questions as to why God allows so much misery and injustice, the exploitation of the poor by the rich, and all the other horrors he might have prevented. If religion is still being taught, it is by no means because its ideas still convince us, but simply because some of us want to keep the lower classes quiet. Quiet people are much easier to govern than clamorous and dissatisfied ones.
I suppose.
They are also much easier to exploit. Religion is a kind of opium that allows a nation to lull itself into wishful dreams and so forget the injustices that are being perpetrated against the people. Paul Dirac, 1927.
1927.
As related by Werner Heisenberg.
Okay. Who's Werner Heisenberg?
So, you see what I'm saying here?
Yep, this one doesn't fit either.
Doesn't fit what?
How would you characterize the way in which it doesn't fit?
What?
Well, it's about arguing. And
It is that.
it's about being greatly disturbed by issues that are relatively small. It's not aiming high, and it's not about ultimate truth.
Oh, it doesn't fit the game. Gotcha.
It's mostly about what some stupid people are doing that is wrong compared to what I am doing that is right.
But Paul Dirac was definitely a truth seeker.
I
In the
suppose.
domain of physics, at least.
Yeah, but I don't feel that attitude in this piece at all. If a
For
belief
sure.
is just formed in opposition to other beliefs, it can't be fundamental. It can't be that deep. But, you know, where he says the thing about natural processes, he starts to outline an actual philosophy.
Interesting. There's something that could stand on its own, that isn't just rejection and opposition. But then he drops it.
It does indeed.
Well, this isn't the Atheist Manifesto we need. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
Okay.
The Atheist Manifesto you need, huh?
You know, at one point Dirac also wrote this. One could perhaps describe the situation by saying that God is a mathematician of a very high order, and he used very advanced mathematics in constructing the universe. I think he meant God in an Einstein kind of way.
An Einstein kind of way?
You said that? Same guy.
Same guy. Later in life, though.
Right.
And
Once he'd
people are
mellowed out a
strange.
little bit.
Scientists are stranger.
Yes, they are.
No doubt. I appreciate the inclusion of that little bit at the end there, because I actually was also thinking that it didn't really feel like it belonged in the game compared to the other quotes. It's too closed-minded, I guess you could say? I don't know. It's not about changing how you think, it's about stating that these people are wrong. They already stated the exact criticism I have of the quote, so well, whatever. It's already covered. Anyway, I forgot that there were still some puzzles in here that I didn't do, so let's see how deep it goes. Wow, look at this. Wait a second. Where am I? Where is this? Oh. Wow, I just gonna stroll right out the front, huh? Have I been to the other side of that door then? Have I ever been back here and been like, oh, there's a door, I can't do nothing about it? It seems like something I would do, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't even notice it because it's buried in the underbrush. Ha! Well, that's neat. Sorry, this looked like a perfect place to hide an environmental puzzle, but it seems like no. So, that's fine. That's fine. What else do we have upstairs before I check that out further? Because I will. Man, are all these just... Wait, that's something. That's half of something. I don't know where the other half of that something is, but that's the start of an environmental puzzle. Anyway, let's solve this and then try and deal with it. Okay, so I have to split this up from the other... Huh. Well, now, how do we go about this? Like this? No. I need to get the yellow, but not the blue. Like that. Right? Right? Does that do it? That does it. Great. And the weights go down. The counterweights, rather. It does not seem to change things too much with that up there. Huh. No, I don't see something to finish off that particular environmental puzzle, if indeed that is what it be. Perhaps I just have the wrong angle on it. Could easily be the case. So where am I now? This is another place that I don't think I ever saw. A path down the mountain that ends in a dead end, a door that I couldn't open. I don't remember seeing that at all. Huh? Oh, because it doesn't look like a path from the main path, does it? It just looks like a tumble of rocks. But in fact, it's a path. Huh? Neat. Is this the obelisk for the stuff inside the mountain itself? Given the vast quantity of them, I have to assume that it is. Hang on a second. Huh? Wait a second. Where was... I can't remember where that came from. Oh no, there's just too much stuff. But I think this one is the one on the pathway above the movie theater, yeah? No? Maybe not. I don't even know. I can't keep track. There's so many. That one seems like it would be intensely complicated to try and figure out, given that the obelisk is proximal to so many different elevations of the game, you know? So, were the only puzzles I had left down here shortcuts to other areas of the map? It seems like that might be the case. But what about this door? Why can't I open this door? There's a path that leads up to it from the other side. Let's see if I can figure out where that leads. Also, is this someplace I haven't been before? Well, where does that path go to? I can't really see. Let's try weaving our way through the swamp in that direction, then. It's that right there. That right there is the door I don't have open. That's a puzzle, all right. How do I get there? Oh, no. I don't want to. I don't want to. No, it's fine. I will. Give me a minute. I need to head over towards the laser, I think. Which means I need to go underwater, right? This way? Was it over by the laser itself, or was it not? That path there? That's the one I used to get out here. Alright, well, I know how to solve this puzzle, so let's just solve it again, I guess. Like this. Like this. That. Like that. This way! I never realized this was here. Ah ha ha ha! Look at that! Look at that. It's a door that leads... It would have led up to a dead end previously. But it's also a shortcut out of this place so you don't have to use the stinking lifts. Ha! I just never figured it out way back then. There. Isn't that going to be the same exact... No, it's not. It's not, because you have to include the blue rule. I was gonna do the same thing I did on the left, but it wouldn't work. You have to do it this way. Oops, do I have it backwards? Do I have it backwards? Is it like this? It's like this. There you go. There you go. Great. And now I have a passage through there. I'm just opening up shortcuts to various places around the map. Well, that's very convenient, I suppose. I'm less in need of shortcuts to various places around the map at the moment, but you know what? It's still nice. I still like it. Okay. Now, the hint I got in terms of that mysterious puzzle on the pedestal down under the mountain is to go back to my roots, I think they said, which I suspect means I need to go back to the first place that I was in this game, right? Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. So back to that first place, back by the fortress, not the fortress, I kept calling the thing in the middle of the map the fortress, or that way over there, but that one over there, that's the one I need to go to. And I think that thing standing up there may have some relation to the gate that I opened. I haven't been back there to inspect anything since I learned how this game works, so maybe it's a good idea to do that? I don't know. Did I ever even figure out how to do this particular puzzle here? I can't remember if I did. I can't seem to get an angle to get it to go full orange at the moment. Maybe it's something I did from the boat. It's possible. Oh, it is something you have to do from the boat because you have to see it shift. You have to see the angle shift along. But that means I probably didn't do it, doesn't it? Well, what the heck? I'm here. I can see it. Let's do it. Let's summon the boat. Summon the boat. Okay, let's see. I am here, which means I need to go over this way. Until I can see that large circle on the right get filled in with orange. Right. Right. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. There! Okay, got it. Okay, so now I need to crank this thing back around and go this way. And now we hit that. It looks like there's one in the reflection under the water as well. So presumably you need to do both of them, one way or another. But the bottom one's going to be tricky because the pier is going to get in the way, isn't it? I would think so. Because right now I need to just drag across here, but if I did that on the bottom, yeah, I would lose my connection right here. So how do you do the one on the bottom, then? In that case. There must be a way. Oh, from over... No? From over here you won't be able to see the orange in the original circle. I got that anyway. Got that anyway. Oh! Oh, of course! From a distance. I need to... Hang on. I need to go this way, which I didn't realize the boat could do. Let's go ahead and go full speed ahead. I never figured out if there was a puzzle with the clouds, did I? Wow, yeah, that turns around real smooth, like, doesn't it? Yeah, and look at that. The buoy's in the way for the one on the top. You can only use it for the one on the bottom. Except the reflection of the buoy also is there. It's too distorted. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Huh. Maybe if you do it from coming along this angle here? Let's see what I can see anyway, huh? Oh, I bet I need to be doing this, but from the other direction, don't I? I need to be going back the direction I came, because otherwise I'm going to see the orange slide along that line in the wrong direction. That's what's going to happen here. I predict it. Yeah, and now it's come into focus, and we're far enough away that the dock's not in the way. Okay, okay. So that is the deal, as they say. Although it's still pretty wobbly down there, with all the water and whatnot. I wonder if this is going to work. Well, all I can do is try it. So once we're in position here. Right there. That seems good. That seems good. That seems... Whoops. Hang on. This is what we're doing now. We're going this way now. And let's go ahead and go full speed. Go full speed. There we go. No excuse being bad about at this stage in the game. Come on, get it. It's right there. Why not? Really? It's not? It's nothing? It's nothing? Okay. Hang on. Let me just, test that particular theory. I could have sworn the reflection was going to be a thing, but basically this is what I'm going to do once I get closer. I'm going to... Because there I get at least sparks. There I get nothing. Is it just too distorted? Could it be too distorted? Nothing. Okay, so the one in the water, I thought it was a clever puzzle to do it two ways and not have the same solution. It turns out, no. The one in the water is nothing. I've been wasting everybody's time. I'm terribly sorry. Alright, well, let's get back over to that thing. Just as soon as I have my freedom. Okay. First I'm going to go up this direction. Oh, wait, this is the way back to the main courtyard. What am I talking about? I thought I was skirting it in such a fashion that would allow me to go up top, but wait, this is a puzzle. Where's the starting point? Here. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so it could be as simple as doing that, but then you'd have to go along this one as well, which then ruins everything. So not that. Let's try something else. How about we go here, and then here, and through there, and then up here, and this way, and through here, and then up here, and then this way. That's not quite it, is it? There's one triangle I couldn't quite get to, and also I blocked off the exit, so... yeah, we're not quite there. I could do this. A little dubious. How about that? How about that? How about that? That seems good. That seems pretty good. Let's go down here. And we'll cut through... oh, no. We gotta go down here. Nope. That's no good. That's no good because this loop here blocks it off. Okay. Well, I can do that, but then we're stuck. Can I go... no, I can't go down further because that then makes two sides of this one illuminated, which nobody wants. Nobody wants it. Okay, okay, okay. Perhaps I'm going about this the wrong way. Let's try that. And then we'll skirt the bottom. Nope, skirting the bottom is no good. But I can do this. But eventually it's going to be a problem. So let's not, we go through there like that. And skirt the bottom. And like this? No, no, no. We can just go straight ahead, though. Immediately blocked. Is there anything I can do about that loop? No? There isn't really, is there? What if I do like that? What if I just finish off this row all at one fell swoop? Is that anything? Is that anything at all? Is that anything at all? No, it's not. What was the problem? Where did I mess up? 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. Oh, there I messed up. 1, 1, 1. There we go! No problem. What did that accomplish? Did that accomplish anything? Was that nothing? Is it just a thing? Is it just a puzzle that's here? Because that's fine if it's just a puzzle that's here. It's like all these pillars were probably once like that, but it doesn't matter because they're not anymore. And that's fine. So, yes, let's scan the environment with my newfound knowledge. See if I spot anything else that looks particularly puzzly. Well, that's something. But how do I get the right angle on that? From the top of that? Oh, maybe I can get up there, actually. Maybe I can get up there, actually. From the wall? Let's see if I can. No, that's nothing. Okay, so on the wall. Let's go around this way. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay. And there it is. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. How convenient. Great, I got it. And hey, never noticed that.
Through many births, I have wandered on and on, searching for, but never finding, the builder of this house.
That one was very short. Is it seriously over? No accreditation? Is accreditation a word? Did I make that up just now? Yeah, anyway, this thing right here, I think this was lit up when the gate was active, right? So this might actually be nothing. I remember wondering what it was, but I think it might actually be nothing. I think it's just active, it's just... But that doesn't really make any sense that would be there, does it? Wait.
I am standing on the threshold about to enter a room. It is a complicated business.
Is it?
In the first place, I must shove against an atmosphere pressing with a force of 14 pounds on every square inch of my body.
Oh, that kind
I
of
must make
complicated.
sure of landing on a plank, traveling at 20 miles a second around the sun. A fraction of a second too early or too late, the plank would be miles away.
That's...
I must do this whilst hanging from a round planet head outward into space and with a wind of ether blowing at no one knows how many miles a second through every interstice of my body. The plank has no solidity of substance. To step on it is like stepping on a swarm of flies.
I suppose,
Shall I not slip
molecularly
through?
speaking.
No. If I make the venture, one of the flies hits me and gives me a boost up again. I fall again and am knocked upwards by another fly, and so on. I may hope
Physics.
that the net result will be that I remain about steady. But if, unfortunately, I should slip through the floor or be boosted too violently up to the ceiling, the occurrence would be not a violation of the laws of nature, but a rare coincidence. These are some of the minor difficulties. I ought really to look at the problem four-dimensionally as concerning the intersection of my world line with that of the plank. Then again, it is necessary to determine in which direction the entropy of the world is increasing in order to make sure that my passage of the threshold is an entrance.
You are
not
thinking
an
way too
exit.
hard about... Oh. There, right there.
Verily, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a scientific man to pass through a door. And whether the door be barn door or church door, it might be wiser that he should consent to be an ordinary man and walk in, rather than wait till all the difficulties involved in a really scientific ingress are resolved.
Reasonable, I guess.
Arthur Eddington,
Nerd.
1927.
Arthur Eddington. Well, right on. Well done. Let me go do that puzzle that's in the pavilion, obviously. I really had no idea what I was looking at when I first showed up here, did I? Look at that. It's just right here. It's just right here. So I need an angle where I can see the whole thing. Whole thing, please. Okay, so we just need to cover that. And... a what? This way? This way. This way. Does it matter? Does it matter? Unless... is this where I'm supposed to superimpose that note that I found? Into the basement? Also... that looks like it probably is supposed to be a line from some angle or another, but I don't see it right now. Oh, and that does too. And so it is. You can actually use the puzzle in the background to finish it off. Wait, what? Really? So I can't see the end right now. Or at least not... I'm not seeing it resolve into a usable form. Well, now that's curious. What does that mean, I wonder? Let's get that lined up again, because that's clearly got to be correct. That's nothing. That's nothing. Huh. What color does this turn? It turns blue. Okay. Let's see if I can remember. It was 3 triangles here, 2 triangles here, 1 triangle here. Then this can't be it, if that's the case, because if I'm remembering this correctly, if you have 2 triangles here, you can't possibly have 2 sides of this thing lit, because there's holes in all 3 of them. Or in 3 of them, rather. So, should be unrelated, I think. You can also solve this going straight through that way. Does that make any difference? Doesn't seem to. From back there? Now I don't have quite the right angle on the puzzle in the distance to fill in the line. It's got to be on this elevation. But how do I make the end of the... It's this over here. Oh. So it is to do with this right here, then. You need to actually solve this going in this direction, and then solve this. Well, I thought I had it. But it's white, not yellow. How is there any way that I know of to make it yellow? Or make the flowers white? How would I do something like that? It's got to be the same color. Or at least have a smooth transition. I would have thought this was it right here. Because it goes yellow to kind of yellow-white, but then you cannot transition onto the white. Is there a way to lift the pavilion or something to have it more exposed to sunlight? It doesn't seem like it. But that's got to be it, right? This is the end right here. I keep doing that. Just cancels the... Just cancels the... Wait. What if you get it wrong? What if you get it wrong? What color does it turn if you get it wrong? What color does it turn if you get it wrong? Ah, it turns yellow. It turns yellow. It turns yellow. I'm not in the right position. Come on. Hurry. Fading. Ha ha! Oh, I like that a lot. That one's clever. That one's quite clever, and I like it a lot. Now then, let's go ahead and... Because I don't know. Why not? All right, let's venture back into the hole from whence I came. See if there's anything in here. Oh, look at that. Neat. But is there actually anything back here? In the darkness? I don't remember there being anything back here in the darkness. That's a no. Okay. And it's not this thing, because as I determined, you can't possibly do that pattern with this thing. So, where could it be? Well, let's see. A lot of these early puzzles seem to be on a grid. Could there be one of them where you could... excuse me. It doesn't look like there's going to be one of them where you can input the solution from the thing on the pedestal in the basement, but let me just have a look around. Make absolutely certain. It's too many items and too many intersections in the grid. Oops. Is there any reason to go around the whole building like this? I don't remember. I unlocked a shortcut to get back in. That is its start point in the center, so that wouldn't work. So does that one. That's a 3x3 and not a 4x4. And now we're back here. From the right angle, that lights up. But I've never found any purpose for those things. Aside from being fairly ever-present. I might be on the wrong track here, huh? Why does that edge look so curved? Like it's got to be part of an environmental puzzle, but I've never figured out an angle for it. And that's weirdly curved, too. This thing glows when the gate's active, but I don't understand why. Nothing else has had a visible power source, but this does. Shouldn't that make a difference? Oh, hey. That's an environmental puzzle around the door. Oh. Okay. So there must be a proper angle at which... The sun! Maybe. No, not from this angle anyway. No? From what angle can I see that entire path, but also see some sort of a spherical thing at the top? Ooh, I guess that's the puzzle, isn't it? If it was going to put the sun on there, I would have to be in the courtyard. I'm not sure this is going to work, but it's the best idea I've got at the moment. Like right here? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so... Well, that's the end of end of an environmental puzzle, and there's no question about that. And the only time that I have a different angle on this is when I'm flying around during the ending sequence, and you can't interact with the world when that's going on, so it's not that. Where's the gray cloud? There. Unrelated. Okay. I swear that is one. I just don't know where to stand to look at it right. Wait, is it just... No, it's not. Because it's got a tube through the center of it. And I can't climb up into this ledge here. It's too precarious, apparently. I don't know. It feels like it should be possible, but it's not. Around this edge here, and then from the center, I would have thought, but Maybe I'm looking at the wrong pattern? I'm sure not getting anywhere with this. It feels like it shouldn't be that far off, but I just don't see a starting point for it. Nothing that actually becomes perfectly spherical. Huh, okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. I can't... Right. I have an idea. When you start the game out, like I mentioned, that is glowing. Because it's connected to the gate that would be here. Which means this would be glowing too. Which means you could use the sun. But I can't turn back the gate back on. Except by taking the elevator and finishing the game and starting again from the beginning. That's got to be it, right? That's entirely in line with how they would do things in this game, so that's got to be it. Okay, well, I think that that's what I'm going to do then, and hope for the best, because... But wait a second. That doesn't explain the triangle puzzle that I found, though. That doesn't explain the triangle puzzle. I don't want to reset the game when I haven't figured out the triangle puzzle. Wait. Wait. The gate is a grid. The gate's a grid. Could it be that the... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Since it automatically saves and everything, I should be just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and take the elevator. I'm going to get the game reset back to the beginning. Then I'm going to start again. I'm going to come out of the tunnel. And I'm going to see if I can do the puzzle I found in the basement on the grid of the gate using the sun as a starting point. That seems pretty far-fetched, but it might just work. So let's see what happens. The more I think about it, the more I think I have to be on the right track here. Because, like, think about it. Think about how Jonathan Blow makes puzzles. The idea that he would give you the solution to a puzzle that you can only possibly find when you've only done, like, 3 puzzles in the entire game. But you have to go to the very end of the game to get the solution to the puzzle, and otherwise you have no way... That sounds exactly like something he would do. Particularly given that he gives you a way to reset it. So, yeah. I'll, see you in a minute after I've reset everything, okay? Sure hope I'm on the right track. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, the elevator's not here. I forgot that I sent it down, but it's coming up on its own. That's convenient. Can I get off on the top? I can't. That's okay. That's okay. It was worth a shot. just head straight on through. Because there it is. Pop in. Open door, closed door. And simple enough.
A star at dawn.
At dawn.
A bubble.
A bubble in a stream.
In a stream.
Didn't never notice the person on the top of that burnt tree before. But there's absolutely a person up there, isn't there? Just made out of sticks from the right angle. Huh.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
Flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
A flickering lamp.
A flickering lamp.
It's still flickering. Is there no way to make that thing not flicker? Maybe not. Practically stuck my feet in that laser. Oh, look at the one that the obelisk I finished. They stay white. Well, I mean, probably not the whole time. It probably turns black at some point, but I can't see it, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. This feels different than last time. This is how it happened last time. It's fine.
A phantom.
A phantom.
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 Yep. Look at that. thought the grid was too tight. Oh, right. This thing is going to kill my video if I don't stop it before the ending. I forgot. So,
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
right. Hello again. You would think, after the amount of hours that I've just spent playing a puzzle game here, that I would learn from my mistakes. But you would apparently be wrong. Because I did the thing I said I was going to do, and to a certain extent it worked. And then an ending happened, and then, because this is The Witness, the program force quit, and it destroyed my video file again. So, you may note I'm back here, though, because I have... yeah, I think I'm right. Okay. You see, it occurred to me, right, that this game keeps track of how many puzzles you've done. So having to reset your puzzle total in order to do one of them that you then block off... I guess that's a spoiler. In any case, it seems like there has to be a way to turn the... Yeah. I got to thinking as I was, recalibrating and to redo this, that there has to be a way to turn the gate back on. I think, because that triangle puzzle I saw, see, it's that pattern right behind that panel there. So I need to open this panel, and I think I may be able to turn back on the gate. That's my hope, anyway. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. Yeah, that is absolutely the same pattern. All right, but we start at the top, which means it would be 3 triangles, 2 triangles, 1 triangle. Is that right? Okay. So, like this, and then like this, and then like this. I knew it. Okay. Okay, great. Well, I feel better because I figured that out. I did. That was the thing, is that I technically got the other ending, but I never figured that out. But okay, good. So now, just as I suspected, if you will observe, I knew it had to happen sooner. The sun's glowing less. Okay, there. It's back. We're fine. And yeah, this thing appeared. Now, I like I say, I'm sorry I did already, in fact, do this, but it's still great, and I love it. It's like this extra spatial hotel that just shows up when you do the thing. And it is loaded with these little guys, so let's get working on that.
Ever in my life have I sought thee with my songs. It was they who led me from door to door, and with them I have felt about me, searching and touching my world. It was my songs that taught me all the lessons I ever learned. They showed me secret paths. They brought before my sight many a star on the horizon of my heart. They guided me all the day long to the mysteries of the country of pleasure and pain. And at last, to what palace gate have they brought me in the evening at the end of my journey?
What palace gate indeed? We'll never know, because that quote ends right there and doesn't have any accreditation, which is strange. And there's the Harpy Girl. I thought it was interesting that I just finally noticed that there's a person in the red tree over here, which this screen just happens to be looking at, and I didn't want to comment on it when here he comes. This kneeling person. I had no idea it was there, but yet here's a camera looking straight at it right after I noticed it. It's pretty cool. There you are. It's kind of abstract, but you know, it's made out of a tree, so what do you expect? And then this. I feel like I remember seeing this building and not really getting it to deal. Also, that sound is very interesting and very strange, and it seems to come out of these speakers here, and I'm not sure what its deal is, but I don't know what a lot of the deal is with a lot of the stuff in here. This I don't get. This I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember seeing a room like this, but maybe the room like this doesn't exist. Obviously, it's not exactly a complicated puzzle. Perhaps this is just supposed to be like a bedroom for someone who worked on the game theoretically. I don't know. It's nice looking anyway. I approve. That's all. Ah, yeah, here we go. Boop.
Audio by Wabi Sabi Sound. Andrew Lackey, Bo Anthony Jimenez, Jeff Garnett, Luca Fusi, Eric Lorenz.
Yeah, it's the credits. We actually get credits if we finally see the game through to this point. And this is not interactable, which is a shame, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. I don't know what I'd do with it anyway. I don't remember. I think a lot of these paintings here may be either a concept art or just didn't actually exist in the game, because I don't remember seeing a statuary like this. There were statues for sure, but not one like this. Maybe this is like an early version of that, you know, the area by the hedge mazes just beyond it, where there's a bunch of statues around doing various things. I'm thinking that might be it. Because here's the hedge maze with the tower behind it. Probably an early version. And then I wonder if that's supposed to be related. Either way, I don't know. I like it. It's cool. I approve of all of this. And then we got this bar over here. I think there's something behind the bar, isn't there? No, I'm making stuff up. I'm sorry. Oh, no. There we go.
Architecture. Form Design Studio. Deanna Van Buren. Rodrigo Lima. Fletcher Studio. David Fletcher. Nicholas Wright. Beth Bacalich.
They sure did a lot of cool work with the architecture, so good job, all those people. Also the people who did the sound. I don't know if I actually complimented them, but the sound is great in this game, the architecture is great in this game, the visuals are all super neat.
The core development team of The Witness was comprised more or less as follows. Design and generally steering the ship, Jonathan Blow. Programming, Ignacio Castaño, Salvador Belmurciano, Andrew Smith. Modeling and texturing, Luis Antonio, Orshi Spaniel, Eric A. Anderson.
And excellent job to all of y'all. This game is really quite something. It's got an amazing touch for building off of itself, for taking things that if you look at them without any context, they are impossible to wrap your brain around. But if you've been paying attention, and look at that, the clouds are right here. I think the idea is this whole complex is supposed to be invisible due to the clouds, but I'm pretty sure it just wasn't visible at all before, and it didn't exist from the ground up. Anyway, masterfully done with the teaching process in this game. It's really, really super good. Anyway, this room. Oh man, I was so excited when I figured this out, because you remember these, yeah? You remember these, huh? Because when I was doing, yeah, just a second.
Additional contributions in modeling by Shannon Galvin, Alex Hayworth, Andrea Blazic, Eric Urquhart, and David Hellman. Additional contributions in programming by Casey Miratori, Andrew Heenick, Nicholas Ray.
Yeah, great job, all of you. But this is the place where when I was getting frustrated with the challenge, right? I looked up here and I was like, oh, get distracted by that. It's neat looking. Yeah, I was looking into this room, and it gets better. Because check this out. Check this friggin' nonsensical business out. If you look over here, see, that's the beginning of the challenge right there. Right past through this window. But if you turn around and you go over here, that is also the beginning of the challenge from the other side. That window over there is that window over there. It is non-Euclidean, and it's great. And I feel like I should almost be able to see myself, but I can't quite, and that's okay. I'm all right with it. Anyway, let us move on. Right up here. Yeah. I didn't actually take a good look at this last time. Nice wolf. What's this supposed to be? Is that a horse rearing? Probably. I was distracted by these, see? Because I was still fixated on the idea of figuring out where to use that triangle puzzle in here somewhere, and I was thinking to myself, oh, these kind of look like the symbols in a triangle puzzle. But they're not. But they're not. I was barking up the wrong tree. It's fine. It's just fine. And look at the view on this thing. Look at the view of the island. Just look at that business. I mean, that's the thumbnail right there, pretty much. That right there, that's probably the thumbnail. Am I missing a tape player? Did I miss one? I did miss one. Whoop.
Special thanks to Jeff Roberts, Daniel Mascio.
Oh, it was a short one. Right. Special thanks to those two. Don't know what exactly they did, but specially thanks to them. Yeah.
Voice performances by Ashley Johnson,
Phil Lamar.
Phil
Tara
Lamar.
Davis.
I feel like I've heard that voice.
And Matthew
name before.
Waterson.
Dialogue recorded at Warner Brothers Studios. Project manager, Emma Weston.
I feel like
Casting director, Pierce O'Toole. Voiceover director, Liam O'Brien.
I'm pretty...
Sound engineers, Alan Friedman, CAS, R. Dutch Hill. Dialogue editor, Goen Lee.
Director photography for The Office Shoot, Caroline Harrison.
Office shoot.
Early placeholder voice work by Trisha Miller, Andrew Burlinson, and Daniel Van Thomas. Tom Bissell served as an early story consultant.
The quote from Augustine of Hippo was translated by Michael Nagler
Augustine of Hippo.
and can be found in Eknath Iswaran's book, God Makes the Rivers to Flow.
Would that be the one that was up here? The one that didn't have any accreditation? Maybe so. Maybe so. I absolutely missed that particular recording when I first came through here, so I'm glad I'm back. And here's one here.
in-house playtesting by Francis Dooling, Michael Calandra,
Can you imagine
Timothy Steen.
the amount of playtesting they had to do?
Thanks to our friends who helped playtest: Daniel Ben-Mergui, Mark Ten Bosch, Vi Hart, Chris Hecker, Brian Moriarty, Chris Butcher, Aaron Robinson, Jeff Roberts, Juan Chun.
Such an incredible amount of fine-tuning they would have had to do in order to get this all to flow the way it does. Yeah.
Special thanks to our friends at Sony: Nick Sutner, Adam Boyes, Justin Massengill, Alessandro Bevenzi.
Yeah, the friends at Sony. I don't know what the contribution was, but, thanks to them, obviously, apparently. I don't know why I'm repeating all the thanks, but I don't know what else to do. Everybody did a great job, and I want to make sure I get all the little credits boxes, because they deserve to be recognized for their contributions. Darn right. That's the temple with the tree and whatnot. Are there no more? That might have been it. For a while, I thought this was a puzzle. It looks like a puzzle, but it's not a puzzle. They're all over the place, and th're not... Oh, yeah, this room. It starts to get a little bit abstract on me. Right here. How you doing? A little bit windy and extra planar. It almost looks like it's an environmental puzzle, but it never quite fleshes out into a circle. So I don't think it is. I think it's just supposed to be a striking visual, which it is. So good job there. Although I didn't look at it from the other side. And then there's this. Check it out. It's bizarre. It's like an office setting, but you can only sort of dimly see it. But Yeah. Then if you go over here, you can still kind of see into it, but it's strange. It's like not particularly visible unless you're within the range of these. Whatever. And this is obviously a puzzle I already did. Let me see if I can remember how I did it. Yeah, just like that, right? Yeah. Turn on the lights. And you can see that there's concept art for the game on the back wall here, but it's basically like a little office. I think the idea... Wait. Hang on a second. Oh, look at that. You can see there's a person on the couch with the arm dangling down. I didn't notice that last time. There's a reason I noticed that this time. Oh. You'll, become acquainted with that soon enough. What? Oh. I just turned it off. My mistake, excuse me. I just panicked for a second, because the thing is here. No, okay, it's still... You can still sort of tell where you are in space at this point, because you got that fixed green background over there, but yeah, okay. Now, if I rotate my head, the background doesn't change. Only the path moves. It's incredibly disorienting. You can no longer tell which way is up or down. It's just something as simple as that, and suddenly I have no idea what's going on anymore. It's kind of amazing how impressionable the human mind is when presented with a visual it doesn't understand. And there's this fella. Oh, it's the guy with the cup. I didn't notice that before either, because there's his cup. But he appears to be hurtling into an abyss of some sort, along with everything else around. Not that there's that much around, but it all seems to be coming apart in bits and chunks, which I'm sure is healthy. And we have an arch. And then this happens. It kind of looks like you're inside a burlap sack. Yeah. We're inside that office. And it's a video at this point. I don't know if that's supposed to be... I assume that's supposed to be me, the player, whoever has been doing this the whole time. But it seems like you're kind of plugged into a alternate... Yeah. Friggin' that was in my head. I don't know how that works. Kind of just plugged into an alternate reality. For who knows how many cycles, given that, you know, if you finish it, you go back to the beginning, unless you do this special thing. Who knows how long he/I had been out of it. Electrodes all over. This thing. Remove with alcohol, it says, but he's not going to let that stop him. Well, I guess he didn't actually remove it. He just took out the tube, but... And I can't read anything that's on the screen there. I can almost read it, but it just... I mean, apparently been doing, I don't know, some kind of a process that... Hello, piss bottle. How you doing? Thanks for not going into detail on the catheter. I appreciate. But... Yeah, what's that book there? I didn't actually notice the book on the... I didn't get a chance to read it. Christmas tree. A little bit of a sad-looking Christmas tree, but... Yeah. Just kind of shuffle my way around the office. Yeah. Because muscle atrophy is a thing, it turns out. Not so good at the walking anymore, perhaps. Or maybe the idea... Okay, wait a second. It might not be muscle atrophy. Because if you noticed, he reached out and touched that circular thing on the side pillar. I think the idea is that he/I am having difficulty adjusting to not being in the witness world anymore. And so maybe didn't think about using his legs because not used to it? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely certain. Another computer. Can't really read it. I find that... Okay, I could read for a second there. But I couldn't read it fast enough. I wonder what was written on that. I wouldn't think it was one of the poetry quotes, maybe. One of the quotes from the recordings. And that looks to be the guy who was programming on the tablet in the basement of the mountain, but it doesn't have his tablet anymore. Also, it's an actual 3D model, and it's neat. I like it. Oh, look at that thing. I was distracted by the disc there, the Mechanical Universe and Beyond, this last time I saw this, but he's got like a paper model of a cube disassembled or something like that. And yeah, possibly just messing with things to see what happens, which, you know, it's the Witness. It's pretty much what we've been doing the entire time. Who knows? I also don't know what currency that was. Those like vaguely gold coins. I'm not familiar with it. It might just be like British currency. I know at least one British person was involved in this, but I don't know. I like the printed out puzzles on the walls, right near light switches and whatnot. It'd be very tempting to just like stick your finger in there, see if anything happens. Unisex restroom. I have to assume more than one person works in this office, but at the moment it's just the guy who is connected to the machine. It is not a puzzle, despite appearances, yes. Poke it all you want, it does nothing. I think the idea is, yeah, just getting his eye caught by all these things that could be puzzles in the real world. Which no doubt will be happening to me as well from here on out. Back to nature. Peanut butter cream cookies. But that one's not circular enough, I'm guessing. Yes, there we go. Now that right there is a circle. Also, it's a cookie and I want one, if I can't have one. Even though they make it sound like the chewing is happening in my head, I can tell you for sure that it's not, and I don't have a peanut butter cookie, and I'm very disappointed. You just take a bite out of it, leave it on the counter, you slob. What are you doing? Spoon. Yeah. This is absolutely something I've done before. Many times. Well, that's just mean. Now you're just beating up on the thing that doesn't make a sound you don't like. I mean, it doesn't make a sound you do like. Grammar. Yeah, that's the one. That's a very small amount of counter space, come to think on it. I mean, I don't have much more myself, but still, that's a very small amount of counter space. Is that all T on there? Oh, who knows? He's not looking at it anymore. Where would you put a cutting board if you needed one? Maybe he has one of those collapse out ones. I don't know. Yeah. Lock the door, then try and go out. Very clever. Extremely good job. Great. There we go. That's better. And this little... Oh, man. This little space that he's got going on here. Look at this. Look at this neat little area. Okay, that's an environmental puzzle directly in front of you, by the way. Not that I can interact with it. It is in fact a video, a film. I cannot interact. It's almost like whoever designed this little space here was trying to make it so that Witness puzzles seem to be present. There's the grid of bricks at the bottom, the obvious environmental puzzle there. All these circular items hidden behind one thing or another. I think the lesson in this little film here is just take what you've learned in this game and apply it to the world outside. Not because it'll benefit you in any way, but because it's interesting. Because the human brain wants to do that kind of thing. Find the patterns. Explore things just for the sake of exploring. Yeah. sit down and have a little bit of a rest. I mean, you know, have been plugged into a machine for who knows how long. Probably a little bit anemic. Plus, this is a nice place to spend time. And fade to blue. And bip. So, that was The Witness. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can see a grand total. 519 solves, and that's before I did the plus 66. Actually, I think the 66th one is the sun puzzle, probably. So I got, yeah, 519 plus 66 plus 1. I don't know what the plus 1 represents. The 66 is environmental puzzles. I know that for sure, but I don't know what the plus 1 means. Which is troubling to me. But, as I understand it, there are 525 puzzles total in the game, which means I missed 6 somewhere, which is too bad, but it's also pretty good, I'd say. Pretty good, considering I was just sort of wandering around with the occasional hint from the comments, which I appreciate, by the way. I appreciate particularly the hints that would set me in the right direction, but not give me too much information to, you know, not tell me too much about what it is I'm dealing with, you know? This was a really fascinating little game. Not even little. A really fascinating game, and I'm really glad I played it. I don't know if I'm going to do the obelisks and the sound files on... I'm guessing it won't show up in the main channel. I don't know, maybe I'll do it as like a special event at some point. I don't know how you would do that aside from like as a live stream or something, but I don't know if that would be interesting to watch anyway. If you got an opinion on what I just said, then feel free to chime in. Things are weird right now, so I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon either way. But this series, I do believe, will end here. So thank you so much for watching The Witness. And thanks to everyone who was responsible for making The Witness. I enjoyed it immensely. And if you think you would enjoy it yourself, then by all means, please give it a shot. It will teach you a lot about how your brain works. And if you find enough sound files, about how other people's brains works too. Brains work. Brains work. Brains work. Yes, brains. Yes, good. Now, next time will be something else. I'm leaning towards... At the moment, I'm leaning towards Hyper Light Drifter next, which is not a puzzle game, obviously, but it is something that has been on my docket for so long that I don't really want to... I don't want to skip it any longer, and I don't think it's a particularly long game. And this is ostensibly my short game slot on the channel, but that's the plan. So, well, as it stands now, we'll see where we end up. If you have a strong opinion about that too, again, feel free to weigh in. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.